This I couldn't even fold because it's really, really thick. It's got like Sherpa inside. Look at those colors. That is absolutely adorable. My belly button is hanging on by a thread. Hi everyone. So I come to you at 30 weeks. Today's not a good day. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed for sure. I just hated my life. I was like, I hate this. I've had enough. Like, I couldn't sleep last night. I felt sore everywhere. My back hurts. Can barely lift my one leg. Like, everything just hurts, and I'm over it. I'm over it today. I haven't had a bad pregnancy in any sense of the word, but today I'm just not feeling it. So I do have my 30-week growth appointment or growth scan, and then my vaccination. I'm really scared of the vaccination because I'm hoping I don't get any side effects, because as you know, my baby shower is tomorrow and we have lots of prep to do today. Not the best day, but I thought I'd just crack on. Anyway, my bump, large, so large. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I'm getting bigger by the day. I'll show you guys a better view later on when I change back into normal clothes. I just wanted to intro this video. Today we have lots of baking and lots of prep to do, and then tomorrow obviously is the day, so we'll wake up early and get everything fully set up. She's rolling around. That's the plan. Later on in the week, like I said, I'll sit down and tell you all my symptoms and what I didn't know about pregnancy that no one told me about. Even though my baby sister had a baby before me, she never said anything about these things. I'm not feeling great today, so hopefully it doesn't end up in tears, because literally I was fighting back tears this morning. I got out of bed and I was just like, my dad was laughing at me. He's like, you look like you've just like had enough of life. And I was like, I feel like I have. Lack of sleep, I guess, is just so hard. Okay, I don't have a problem falling asleep, it's staying asleep that's an issue for me. This morning again, I was up at like 1:30. I know I keep saying this, but it's just a routine now. So 1:30 until like 4:30. Then I had to get up at just before 7 because I had to take my mom to work because I need her car, and it's just a whole thing. I'm gonna go to my appointment and then I will bring you guys along with us today, prepping everything. I shall speak to you guys when I get back. I just wanted to pop in and intro this video. Sorry, the vacuum's going in the background as well. Anyway, I'll speak to you later. Good morning, friends. It's been a while since I spoke to you guys. I think the last time we spoke was, Friday, I don't even know. I think, yeah, Friday, which was my intro. It's just been a whirlwind. Friday, we got really, really busy. I obviously went to the hospital. I went to get my mom because she had her nail appointment and stuff. Also, if my mic touches my neck, I'm so sorry. That's why I try not to wear it like this. But anyway, went to go get my mom. We got some lunch and then we got home and we started baking. And it was just a lot going on at the same time. My dad came home early as well and helped a little bit. Then he went to get my sister and my niece. Once my niece was here, it was a little bit of touch and go because she wanted to help. She wanted her hands in everywhere. So she's 4 years old, and just seeing so much sweets and like nice things around her got her in a little bit of a tiz, and she just wanted to try everything, but it was so late she couldn't. It was like a whole thing. So I didn't end up filming much that night at all. I think I didn't film anything at all, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't looked back on my footage. So I'm sorry I didn't take you guys along with that, but it was just mostly baking and piping and getting everything done. We did clash a little bit, the three of us together, because all of us have different like styles of doing things. I like to just complete one task before moving on to another, and I don't know, it was just a little bit of a frazzle. And then Saturday morning we all got up really early, like 6:30, and started getting the rest of the things ready, putting the platters together. It was just really busy. I was still garnishing the welcome drinks when guests started arriving, so it was really busy. My feet are still suffering the consequences of that. I was on my feet Thursday, Friday, Saturday, like all day, and it's hot in the kitchen and my hands are swollen, my feet are swollen. So this week I'm hoping to just take it easy. But yeah, it was a good day ultimately, although rushing around and arguing with my sister and mom was, I guess, worth it, because obviously this was all for baby girl, not necessarily just for me. But it was really nice. It turned out really good. I did take footage of what everything looked like when it was complete, so I'll add some b-roll in. Obviously it would have probably been before I check in now. Definitely got some of that. We played some games. We were going to play 4 games, but my printer broke, so it ran out of ink actually. So we ended up playing 2 games, which was fun. And then we just opened gifts and everybody ate and had some tea and we had some chat. And at like 3:30, the first people started leaving. And then by, I think 5, everybody was gone. And I got to just tidy up a little bit and put my feet up, which was definitely needed. Then yesterday we cleaned up the rest of whatever needed to be cleaned up. And then also just rested because, yeah, my feet are in a state. They're just so swollen and sore, but it was fun. So I thought I'd just do that quick debrief and then I'd show you what I got. I'm not going to show you everything because a lot of it is like clothes and I already kind of folded them in like size order. So I'll just do an overview of that, but I'll show you everything else that we got. Let's start with 2 different people got me these, but I did ask for them. I, again, don't know if this touched my neck, but we got these little silicone additional teats because I have different ones that came with my bottles and I wanted just a different type of teat to see what she likes. And these are the small little mouth ones because as far as we know she's pretty small and I don't know what kind of teeth she's gonna like, so I wanted multiple of them. So I got these. I got 2 different sets of like oral care for babies. So this one includes like a toothbrush and then 2 different tongue scrapers. This can be used until they're 4 years old. And then this is like the one where it's like for newborns and stuff, so the milk build up on their tongue you can just scrape off. It's just like a little silicone thing that you put on your finger and you scrape that off. So I'm really happy that was on my registry as well. I can't remember why I got this one, but it is another teat that you can adjust flow with. It has like a little ball, a little straw that goes into the bottle and you can adjust your flow, and the teat of that, I don't know if you'll be able to see, is like the same shape as a nipple and it is a medium flow one. So this one flows a lot faster than this, and obviously it has an adjustable little ball on the end. I got a little teething ring, but I think this is only after 3 months. Yeah, and you put this in the freezer and they just chew on that. Box Pro, but we got a little thermometer, so it's just for her because myself and her dad have our own ones. We got this teething thing as well where you put like fruit and stuff in the teat and then they can chew on that, and it's like frozen fruit and stuff, so it's nice for their gums and when they start solids as well. I got some toothpaste for all the tooth scraper things, and this can be used from 0 to 3 years. So even when you're doing the tongue scraping you can still use this. I probably wouldn't use this under 3 months, but over 3 months I think it might be nice and handy just to get in the habit of cleaning her mouth, because obviously babies need oral care. I actually remember when I was in college, one of my friends had a baby and I was holding the baby and I was like, why does its breath smell like sour milk? And I'd never smelled that before. And I know like normally baby's breath is like, it's nice, like everybody loves the smell of babies, but that was really sour milk. And I went to ask my mom, like, why did the kids smell like that? And my mom was like, because it's milk buildup and you actually have to scrape it. So that's stuck in my head since then. And I probably was like 19 or 20 years old. And then we got this medicine dispenser, which we're hoping that she doesn't get ill, but just in case, we want this on hand. I got this little starter kit of toiletries. This is my preferred. My sister also used it as well, and one of my best friends also used it for her baby, but this is an organic baby like toiletry kit, I guess. So you get a baby wash and shampoo, the baby lotion, and a bum cream, and it's all organic. So I think I'll start her off with this when she's really young, because Johnson's & Johnson's is really fragrance. So it's a good brand, but if your baby has issue with fragrance, I would suggest using this. My niece is 4 years old and she still uses this, and she has super sensitive skin even when it comes to bubble bath. So this is really great for that. The other thing I got, this is coming out as well, is bowls. She obviously won't need it now, only after 6 months. It's just one of those plates that you stick down on their high chairs. So that is also handy just to have in the bank. Next thing I got is this fitted sheet. This is for her little crib, which is there. I showed you guys that in my first vlog, didn't I? So this is just a little fitted sheet for that. I asked for 2, but I didn't get 2 so that I can interchange. I probably will get more than that, but she can only use her co-sleeper until she's 6 months, and then we'll transfer her. I think I'm going to use a camp cot instead of a actual cot, because then she can stay in my room with me and not be in another room. So yeah, this is very handy. But yeah, fitted sheets. Wipes. This is a big pack. This is 480 wipes. Someone got me this, which is obviously very handy because you use a lot of wipes. And then I got another pack of wipes, and this is 192 wipes. So we don't need wipes at least for the first couple months. We got a thing of diapers, and the diaper cake is still over there. And then look at this. This is clothes, and I said I wasn't going to show you, but this I couldn't even fold because it's really thick. It's got like Sherpa inside. So this is going to be nice and warm for her since she is a winter baby in South Africa at least. But anyway, I got this as well, and this is a sleep positioner. Obviously you cannot leave a baby in this unattended, so this is probably going to be used if, for example, when my husband's gone and I have her during the day in the bed with me, just like having naps and stuff, so she doesn't roll around too much. So I got that for this, but obviously not for in her cot or unattended. Yeah, see what happens with that. But this was more on the higher end on my registry, so I'm so glad someone got that for me. I did also get another diaper bag, but this one's really nice because my husband can wear this as well, and it is a backpack that isn't like faffing with like your shoulder and stuff, and you have hands free. So this is really nice. It comes with a changing mat inside as well. It has like an extra little thing over there. It has clips for like dummy and stuff. So I think this is going to be really good, and I really love the quality. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it's got like this quilted effect on it, grips at the bottom, and this again was on the higher end of my baby registry. So I'm so happy that someone got me this. So really happy with this. Then like I said, it's a lot of clothes that I got. I got muslin burping cloths as well, and then I got toweling burping cloth, and then I got some wash rags, or the, what do you call them, face cloths, or in the UK I think they call them flannels. And then we got this little towel, a hooded towel, which is cute, and this little bear one as well, which are all towels like I said. Oh, look at this, look how cute this is. This is from my sister. How cute is that? If she wasn't a winter baby, that would be her coming home outfit. Pile of stuff I got, which isn't too interesting though, is blankets. So I got a lot of blankets. She's gonna have quite a few blankets. My mom was like harping on about getting blankets, and I was like, we have to wait until the baby shower. And now she has like a drawer full of blankets. But anyway, we got a set of 3. These are actually really pretty. So these 3 blankets we got, and these are handy to like, they're like kind of lightweight, so you can put it over the pram, you know how you clip blankets on if they're sleeping and stuff. So I think that will be handy for that. I don't know if it would be great for sleeping because I did order some sleep sacks for her. Then I got this star blanket, which is nice and thick and soft. Then someone bought a duplicate of this blanket, so there is 2. It's like a creamy color with stripes on it. There's 2 of them. And then this pink blanket with like some fluff inside. So that's nice and warm again for winter. Then we got a couple of dummy clips. My sister did give me some as well for my niece. Also nice to just have some new ones. Got a little rattle and a little hat. Oh, that's the wrong way. A little hat with a bow and then some mittens. And this hat goes with another outfit as well. I did get a size variations. I got tiny baby, 0 to 3 months, 6 to 12, no, 3 to 6 and 6 to 12. So I got a variation of everything. These are just my favorites for aesthetics. This one particularly, oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. I think my sister got me this. Look at those colors. That is absolutely adorable. This one, look at the little frills on the side. Oh my gosh. I think that might be her homecoming outfit if it fits. I think this one is 0 to 3 months, so it depends how big she is. There is this one that is also my husband's favorite. It's a little bunny. Cute as that. That's for my sister as well. And this is tiny. So what is it? Newborn. Yeah. So this is newborn. She could come home in this as well. But I got her like some special shoes. So we'll see. We'll see. But those are my 3 favorite outfits. So I'll show you a little overview of all the clothes and stuff just before we get out of here. But today, like I said, I really just want to chill. I have a few things that I need to do, but nothing crazy today. So I need to watch back last week's vlog because I finally finished editing it and exported it. So I need to watch that back, upload it, do a thumbnail, and then I need to do some washing because the sun is actually out today. So I'm going to do my washing and I need to change the water in my flowers, make my bed, and then film 2 little segments for my other channel. So that's kind of what I want to do, and then I might sit down and just edit, like rough cut a video that needs to go up next week, I want to say. I have a bit to do today, but nothing crazy. It's going to be super chilled. And then tomorrow we'll see what it brings. I don't know. I need to take apart that nappy cake as well, but I don't know when I'll do that. That's kind of the plan for today. Back to regular scheduling. Symptoms? I wouldn't say I'm having a horrible time, but I'm just struggling now more in the 3rd trimester than I struggled my entire pregnancy. Like I said, the swelling of the feet and hands is quite concerning for me, but I think I have pregnancy carpal tunnel because my hand keeps going numb when I'm sleeping at night. Like my fingertips are ice cold and it's like pins and needles all the way through, and I researched and it said it could be carpal tunnel. So now I'm sleeping with a wrist guard on so that it stops the fluid buildup from blocking my nerves, because that's apparently what's happening. So it's better today. I still can't make a full fist, but it didn't go numb last night after I put the wrist guard on. So happy with that at least, because that freaked me out. I was like, what is happening? Do I have clots? And then, like I said, my feet as well are so super swollen. My ankles are probably double the size than what they normally look like. And then it's going like up my calves. So my calves are actually like sore as well. Like it feels like the skin is going to burst. I've had a little bit of like, I wouldn't say cramps, but it's crampy, and I didn't expect that, but it's normal apparently for the 3rd trimester as she starts positioning herself in the canal. So that's not great. And then obviously my face is so swollen. I had to ice roll this morning again, but luckily I have an ice roller, but my face gets so puffy, and my eyes, I don't know if it's my salt intake, but I don't think I'm eating too much salt, but that's normally what's connected with that. But it's just a lot of fluid retention, and obviously my blood volume has increased. So that's the worst symptoms I've had. I also have like a slight headache, but I'm pretty sure that's fatigue. It's not like a headache, but it's like here, and it's like so dull that like if I'm really busy I'll forget about it, but when I sit and I think about it, it's there. That's kind of what I'm experiencing now. It's not the end of the world, it's not the worst, but she's also, I wouldn't say more active, maybe she is more active, but it's active in a different way. I don't feel as many like big kicks. Like she does kick, but not as much as she was before. It's more her just adjusting her position. Like I can feel her butt move from one side of my stomach to the other side, and then her feet are up here, then her feet are across here. So she is, I think, just trying to get comfortable with the limited space that she has. Cute though. I love feeling her move. 3rd trimester is kicking my butt. This is like probably the worst for me. I think I will start nesting very soon because I'm already itching just to like get everything ready. And I think we might pack all of this away today as well. So I might take you guys with me, and then you can kind of see my setup. This is her set of drawers over here, and then I have 2 drawers in the corner over there. I might have to bring a light in because it's quite dark in that corner. And then I have a cupboard with like extra bottles and all of that in it, and some of my postpartum stuff, but it's just on like one shelf. We're gonna sort this all out a little bit closer to the time, I think next month in June, because that will be like a month month before she's due to arrive. My birthday is also next month. So yeah, I'll show you guys that setup. But like I said, nesting, I want to do it like from say 32 weeks, because I don't know, I just feel like the closer I do like all her laundry to her coming, the better. But I also don't want to be like not prepared. So I want to also pack my hospital bag at 32 weeks, because if she comes at like 35 weeks or 34 weeks, then I'm prepared. And I'll obviously get the bag ready, but just add things in, because there's some stuff like my breast pump that my husband is bringing, because I want wearable. I want wearable breast pumps as well. I don't know if I'm going to be able to breastfeed. That's why I got like bottle stuffs as well, because I don't know if you guys know, but I did have breast augmentation, but I did keep all my breast tissue and all my mammary glands and stuff like that. So I can breastfeed, but I don't know if I'll be able to. This clip's already gone on for 20 minutes. So yeah, I better get off. But yeah, I'll show you an overview of all the clothes and stuff, and then I will get on with the rest of my day. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys when I can, or if I have something more to say. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Hi everyone. So today is Tuesday, I think. Yeah, Tuesday. And it's already pretty late on. It's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I haven't checked in with you guys because this morning I woke up again. I know you're probably tired of hearing it. I'm tired of saying it, but I woke up at like 3:30 a.m. Stayed up until like, I want to say maybe 6 or 7, probably 7 a.m. And then slept again until like 8:30. I woke up, had breakfast, did some Bible study, did some editing, did some filming for my other channel. So I've been busy and I just thought I really wanted to do this. This has been irking me for a couple of days now. And I don't know if I've gotten to that point in pregnancy where I'm like super nesty and I just want to get things done. I thought we'd do this quickly together. It's not a huge task, but it's been bothering me. So I have this area in my cupboard here. Look up like that. It used to be a hanging space, but I've changed it to like more of like a vanity area because I don't have that. It's a fucking mess, as you can see. It is filled to the brim with shit. So what I want to do is kind of minimize this, sort out whatever I need to sort out, and kind of use it for my postpartum stuff. So my maternity pads, the breast pads, I'd like to have it all in here so it's easily accessed, because I have another diaper caddy here, and then I have one where my books are currently on, my TBR cart I'm going to use as a diaper cart, and then I have another diaper caddy that my husband's bringing it from the UK, and that I'll use in the lounge. So I have a lot here, and I just want to kind of convert everything to my baby friendly space, because this is a mess and it's been bothering me, like I said, but I've just been avoiding it, waiting for this time where I knew that I'd get all antsy. I mean, I have been watching loads of videos obviously on TikTok and stuff about people nesting and stuff. I've heard that it's better to start early rather than later, because you get to a point where you just can't move anymore. And if you guys don't know, I'm 30 weeks 4 days today, and my husband will be here when I turn 35 weeks. So I have like 5 weeks to just play around, and I don't want it to do it all at once. So I was thinking today we'd attack this and then we'd see where we go from there, because I need to still build the crib. Like I said, I need to do her washing, I need to do a few things. I ordered today as well because I saw there was a sale happening, so I've ordered her bath, her bottle sterilizer, because we want an electric sterilizer, not a microwavable one, because I don't know, plastic bottles in the microwave, I don't know if that's the best idea. I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. So we ordered an electrical one, and it was on sale for like 800 rand, which is very cheap compared to all the other ones that I've seen. So we'll see if it works. We ordered it from Macro. If you want to know, I will link it down below when and if I get it, which should be here next week. So next week vlog, we'll unbox that together. I obviously won't include it if I don't think it's good, or if maybe something's wrong with it, but we'll see when we get access to it. I just noticed my light chandelier thing in my room is very skew. So I just need to minimize this, cut everything down. Need to wash brushes as well, sort all this out, and just make it more friendly and conducive for my postpartum needs. So this is what I'm going to be doing today. Probably just going to speed through it, and then I'll show you the end product and we can sort it out together. Also just made myself a fresh cup of tea, nice rooibos. Let's get on with this. After this, I'm just going to sit down and read as well. so I'm sorry that I'm cut off. That took quicker than I thought. I just gave everything a wipe as well. I just got rid of a few things. Like I have this full of sponges. I don't even use any of these. I think there's only like 2 in here that I actually use. So I'm gonna grab the 2 that I use, put it in my makeup drawers, and then give the rest to my sister. I also just removed 2 things of brushes that I have. This is all eye brushes, but I need to wash them and then divide them in between this, because I'm only gonna keep 2 of these brush baskets, and then the rest are gonna go up in storage once they've been washed. I removed my extra mirror, and then I just kind of moved things around. So this is all my postpartum stuff. Let me move you in. Sorry if the lighting changes. It's just that the light is behind us. So these are reusable and disposable breast pads that I have in here. I have some low sweets for when my blood sugar goes low. I have these hydration salts, the electrolytes, which I try not to take too often, probably like once a week. I have these, I don't know what they're called, like poppy pads. I have those. I have some maternity pads, which I obviously won't use now, but I just want to have them all here and out the way. I have my peri bottle, my pregnancy band, my disposable hospital underwear. I have more disposable breast pads. I have some minis of, what is this, body wash and body lotion for the hospital if I decide to take that, with a little loofah. I have this nursing rooibos tea blend, a little sample of a shake that is for mothers. I have some wet wipes and then also vagina wipes. I don't know if I'll use that, but that is what I have there. Then I just sorted out all of this. So this is vagina guard, but I have like hair stuff and extra skincare. Also have extra toiletries here, which I think I'll pop in here because I think these could be a good option for the hospital as well, because I don't think my husband's going to want to smell like florals. So I'll take that for him as well. This is all my perfumes that I have. Or fragrances. I like to keep it in here because obviously I use it pretty often. This is just some of my husband's toiletries, and then some of my extra toiletries and my stomach stuff, and then my brushes. So I think that looks way better than it did before, and I think I'm happy with that. And just having moved some of my postpartum stuff in here instead of having it in where all the baby stuff is. So I'm happy with that. I think that is all that we will be doing today. Tomorrow, I'm out of breath. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and tomorrow I think I'll do this sit down little portion of this where I wanted to go through some symptoms. So we'll definitely do that tomorrow. And then Thursday I have my 4D scan. I don't think I can take you guys in with me, but I'll let you know how that goes. Maybe show you some pictures if I can show you them and they don't have too many details on. That is the plan. And then obviously Thursday will be our last day, and then we move on to 31 weeks. Yeah, that's all I have to say for today. Sorry it was so chaotic. I feel chaotic. I feel very, very pregnant. Like I've said a few times, this baby's moving so much as well. Like yesterday and today, she's been crazy. But yeah, I'm not even hungry. I haven't had lunch yet. I had breakfast at like, I want to say 8:30-ish, and it's now 1:30 and I'm not even hungry. So I think I might just make a yogurt bowl so I'm eating something for her, but I'm not hungry at all. So I'm going to sort out everything else as well so I can wash my brushes and stuff. I don't know if I'll wash it today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I'm not in the mood right now, but I'm just going to sort out everything that I took out this cupboard, and then I'm probably just going to chill anyway, so you guys won't be missing much. So I'll pop in tomorrow and we can have another chat, and I'll give you a belly update as well because it's getting bigger every day. Good morning, everyone. I'm hoping the lighting is okay. It's kind of overcast, or really cloudy, shall I say, in South Africa today, because obviously we're moving into winter and the lighting will keep changing, but I'm hoping it's okay. I just wanted a nice bright background anyway. I went for my 4D scan this morning. Today we're 30 weeks and 6 days, so tomorrow 31 weeks. We'll start a new vlog. This is our 4D scan. How cute is that? Oh my gosh, it's so adorable. I know they all like squished and stuff, but that is so cute. She's being super stubborn again. She kept putting her hand in front of her face and not wanting to move when the sonographer tried to get her to move and turn over and stuff. I have an anterior placenta and her face was right up against it. It was really cute though, and I got to see her again, and I get to see her next week again. So exciting. But the reason we're here is to talk about these symptoms that I've been talking about for like 3 weeks that no one told me about, or some of them I kind of knew about but didn't realize the extent of them. I don't know if this is only my personal experience. As a first-time mom, first-time pregnancy, I feel like no one talks about these things. People make it look so beautiful, and I don't know how to describe it, but people just make it look like pregnancy looks so ethereal, and it's not always like that. There are always two sides of everything, I guess. And as much as I've had an easy pregnancy, I really have. I have gained a ton of weight. I literally spoke about this, I think, in last week's video or in this week's video. I'm not even sure. I haven't started editing. I didn't realize that you gain weight everywhere. At the moment, like I said, I'm just swollen, which is one of the symptoms again that I didn't know about. about my ankles are swollen to double the size. They look like golf balls at the moment. My calves are swollen. My upper legs are swollen. Like, just my body is swollen. And I know this is the third trimester, but no one tells you about that. No one tells you about the swelling. Like, I thought it was people who just ate loads and just ate whatever they want to and eat for two during their pregnancy, they gain weight. That's not true. I've not been eating for two. I have diabetes. I cannot afford to eat for two, but I've just gained an astronomical amount of weight. Like, you'd think that I'd be eating double the amount of calories that I was before pregnancy, but I'm really not. Maybe I've added in an extra snack, or sometimes I'll have a craving and I'll eat that, but generally speaking, I eat 3 square meals a day and sometimes a snack. I've made a small little list. These are just in my opinion, and if you agree with me, let me know. If you don't, that's okay as well. Like I said, everybody's experience is different, and the most important thing is just that you enjoy your pregnancy, because I've seen a lot of videos where women actually don't enjoy their pregnancy, but mine has been really, really lovely and I'm having the best time. My mental health has actually been the best it's ever been, even though I'm absolutely terrified of the delivery process. That is about the extent of my anxiety. I have just been the happiest I've been in a really long time. So if I've repeated myself, I'm sorry, but this segment is just about all the symptoms that people never spoke to me about. So starting even from like the first trimester leading into second and now my third. The first one is flatulence. And this started very, very early on. Like, as soon as I found out I was pregnant, the bloatedness is actually ridiculous. And with the bloatedness comes flatulence. So if you're squeamish, or if you're my husband, just skip past this, because you're probably not going to want to know half these things that I'm talking about. So Carl, if you're watching, please click out now. You're not going to like this. Flatulence, stinkiest ever, like even worse than my husband's, which is quite unheard of for me unless I'm really hungover or ate something bad. It was terrible. Like, I would stink myself out of a room. Then heartburn. And this is a symptoms I've had since the very beginning, since I first found out I was pregnant. But I suffered from heartburn before that because I do have IBS. So my digestion has never been the best. But now in the third trimester, literally, I just breathe. I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I hadn't eaten in like 5 hours, 6 hours, and I have heartburn. Ridiculous. I was taking Rennie and I was like taking almost 8 Rennies a day, sometimes 10, which I think is the limit. It would just come back. I would take Rennies after each other. Like, I would take it and then half an hour later I'd have a burp and I'd still feel the burn. So I'd take another Rennie. So eventually I spoke to my doctor and he gave me something stronger, and now I'm taking it once a day and I haven't had any heartburn since. So if you do have extreme heartburn, do speak to your doctor, because it's something that can be managed. The next thing, again, maybe TMI, but your nipples change. Your nipples change a lot. Firstly, they get bigger, so they expand, and they also darken. It's obviously something very taboo to talk about on the internet, but it's the truth. It's pregnancy. Honestly, I'm just a vessel for this baby right now, so whatever happens to my body it's just whatever. So yeah, your nipples do enlarge and they do color, like they look darker as well. So obviously I have more melanin, dark chocolate at the moment, and they look like digestive biscuits. They are massive. Even though they got bigger when I had my breast augmentation, they're even slightly bigger than that. Not like completely taken over my whole breast, but they're definitely much bigger. And the milk glands you can see much more prominently. My actual nipple, the teat, has slightly enlarged as well, but it doesn't look like a complete teat yet. It's still kind of flat, but it is slightly bigger than it was before. I, at 30 weeks, haven't started leaking milk yet either. Next symptom that no one told me about is body odor. Oh my gosh. The first trimester was still okay. The first half of the second trimester was okay, but I came back to South Africa in the summer, so it was hot. Just in general, you sweat more and your body odor smells completely different. For me, it's much stinkier than I was before, because you sweat much more. You're obviously carrying more weight. You have a lot more blood, a lot more fluids in your body, and you have a load of hormones just coursing through you, which can cause the smell. Sweat constantly. Like, even going to bed at night, I sweat so much during the night and then wake up in the morning and I'm like, I need a shower, because you don't always smell the freshest. So that is one thing I never knew. Like, I've never, I guess, smelled a pregnant woman smell stinky, but yeah, I feel myself being very stinky. Like, perfume, deodorant, it's a necessity at this point. That's also something that no one ever talks about, I guess because it's embarrassing and I'm putting it on the internet. Then the round ligament pain I put down as well as a symptom, because I didn't know what it was, and I started to experience it from about, I want to say 17 or 18 weeks, and it was painful, and it is like in your lower abdomen / pelvic area, and it just feels like the ligament is so tight and you can't move. Like, it felt like my legs just didn't want to cooperate. I was waddling because I didn't want to stretch the ligament because it was so painful, and I didn't know what to do, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can take paracetamol, but there's nothing you can do about it. You could just kind of have to let it be. And I think it happened up to, I want to say 22 weeks. And then my doctor kind of told me to like just slow down, because I was going for walks like every single day, to half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, depending on the day. And he said just to like slow it down, maybe go for a walk every other day, because obviously all your muscles relax when you are pregnant, and maybe my muscles are just not intended to be performed so often. So I slowed down, and I was going for walks every other day, and I went from 30-minute walk down to a 20-minute walk. I still walk every single day now, but I only do 20 minutes, and it's been absolutely fine. I haven't experienced any round ligament pain since then, but no one described that to me. No one told me that that's what happened. Like, I thought pregnancy was a lot easier than this, besides obviously with morning sickness, which is the number one symptom we all know about pregnancy, but I'd never had any clue that all of these things can happen. Also sciatic pain, which I didn't know could happen. Then your bladder. So I've always drank a lot of water. I'm just one of those people. My dad has brought us up, like, if you have any type of ailment, if you have a headache, if you have a stomach ache, if anything is wrong with you, first thing you do is drink water. Make sure you're hydrated, and after that, we'll consider like taking medication. But always, if anything happens to you, drink water. So I've always been a person who drinks a lot of water. I drink 2 to 3 liters a day before the pregnancy even happened, and I'm still drinking the same amount of water, if not more now. So I've always used the toilet a lot more. However, now with pregnancy, and she's turned head down now, honestly, I literally feel like I'm bursting for the toilet, like I'm gonna pee my pants right now. Go to the toilet, it's 5 drops, and then you'll carry on with your day, and then you need it again, and you run, and it's a big one, as if you haven't weed in a month. It's so weird, but that pressure on your bladder is just something else. You can get bladder infections quite easily because of that frequent urination. What I personally did was I would make sure, like, if I had gone to the toilet and there was like 5 drops, I'd make sure I drink a lot of water to build up the urine in there to flush out my urethra. So I would suggest doing that as well. If you're the same, you feel like you need the toilet, you go and there's not much, just make sure you completely rehydrate, so that when you do, it flushes out and bacteria doesn't build up in your urethra. Back pain, that has been now, especially in my 3rd trimester. It was to the end of my 2nd trimester a problem, but now it is really, really bad, and it's worst on my left side. So you're told to mostly sleep on your left side, something about a vagus nerve or something like that being on that side, or on the other side, something like that. You compress a nerve. But my left side is so fucking sore every night, every single night. And also my left hip, I get numbness in my hip and like the sharp pain when I'm sleeping on that side for too long. So I have to change left, right. Obviously you're not supposed to sleep on your back, but the back thing is just, you're not supposed to lie flat on your back. So if your upper body is elevated, you can't sleep on your back. So I still put my pregnancy pillow between my legs and kind of tilt my back, or tilt my I don't know how to say it, but my legs will be to the side and my back will be straight forward, and my legs will just be slightly bent that way. And that works for me most of the time, especially with the numbness in the hip, because it really hurts and I cannot lift my hip up too much when that happens as well. So on my left side, I probably sleep I want to say 40% of the night, and then my right side is the rest, because I can't take the pain. It is too bad. The back pain, really bad. Even just walking, even sometimes, I said last week in my video as well, lifting up my leg, it's like a shooting pain up my back, because I have a curve in my back that's like this, and that was before I was pregnant. So now with pregnancy, it's pushed that more. So I think it's putting a lot of pressure on my lower back, and it's absolutely ridiculously painful, but mostly just on my left side. The right side seems to be fine. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can take. So the best thing you can do is just rest. If you feel like you can't do it, or just sit down, your body will tell you what's best for you. So just turning over in my sleep is a mission. Another thing is going to the toilet at night, because I have to climb over my pregnancy pillow. I have a C-shaped one. So the long side is always on my right side, and then the 2 ends that meet are on my left side, because it's easier to cuddle like that. So I have to kind of roll over it, and doing that is freaking painful. So I've started flipping it over my head. But when I do get up in the middle of the night to go to the toilet, I have to obviously roll onto my side, get myself up in a sitting position. I have to sit for a few seconds. Then I stand for a few seconds, just still holding onto my chair, waiting for my back muscles to just relax relax, and then I'll start walking to the toilet. So by that time you're awake already. But anyway, and that reason is if I just start walking already, my back will just seize up and I won't be able to move my legs. Honestly, who would have thought? Who would have thought? I didn't know that. Did you guys know that? Because honestly, it is horrible. And that's why I think I don't get as much sleep at night, because I'm literally fully awake by the time I get to the toilet, because I need to wait for my back to relax. That's not great. I did cover this one already, which is the drinking of water, but thirst is next level. Listen to how groggy I am. I've had 2 coffees, well, decaf, 2 coffees, a tea, and I've had water today, and I'm still so groggy. Like in the 3rd trimester, you're just so thirsty, and like I said, you have a lot of fluid retention already, so anything I'm drinking, it feels like I'm not fully flushing out either. It's just I'm thirsty. I'm so thirsty, and I know it's because your blood volume increases and all of that stuff, but it's next level. So thirsty constantly. This is one again that I was shocked by, which is pregnancy congestion. Super nasally. In the morning it feels like I'm giving too much away here, but it feels like I went clubbing in a club that allowed smoking, and you know when you wake up in the morning after you've been in an area like that and you're just so bunged up, there's so much like mucus and in the back of your throat, and that's what it feels like for me in the morning. My eyes are swollen. It's just like a lot of congestion, and I didn't realize that was a symptom of pregnancy. That's so weird. Like, who would have thought? I've covered this one again as well, which is weight gain. It's hard. It's hard as a female to gain weight and just not feel like yourself. Like, I was looking at pictures on my baby shower and I'm like, I'm so big, and it's disheartening, and like I didn't want to be big. I wanted to look like really cute when I was pregnant. Now I'm just like a freaking beach ball bouncing around, or waddling around, shall I say, and it's not a nice feeling. And I'm mostly gaining weight on like my bottom half of my body, like my legs, my thighs. Well, my legs and my thighs are the same thing, but my thighs, my calves, my ankles, my butt, that's like the part where I'm gaining most of my weight. Like my arms have gotten bigger, but I wouldn't say they've gained as much as my lower half has, and it's disheartening. It is, but like I said, I'm just a vessel for this baby, and I keep having to remind myself that once she's out, we can take care of ourselves in a different way again. But for now, this is all for her. I need to eat. I need to give my body nutrients for her. So we'll deal with everything else after that. But it's really disheartening. And like, I had a family member come to me and like actually be super disrespectful about the size of me. And I told her off, obviously, because, you know, it's such a sensitive thing. It's already, you feel huge, you know you're huge. Like, I can see what I look like in the mirror. I don't need you to come and tell me what I look like. I already know. Just be mindful. I mean, you might be one of the lucky ones like that don't gain weight, but it's like I said, I'm not eating anything crazy. I'm not eating McDonald's or anything. Like, especially in my 3rd trimester, I'm being more healthy now than I was in any other trimester. So I'm eating like yogurt bowls, and I have eggs every other day. Like, I'm eating so balanced. It is what it is. It's also hereditary, so it just is what it is. Then something that I repeated numerous times in last week's video is joint pain. The joints in my fingers are ridiculous. It feels like I have full-on arthritis at the moment, and it is called pregnancy carpal tunnel, which I definitely have, and I can't make a fist. Like, that is the most that I could do. Others, like these 2 fingers, especially my middle finger and my ring finger on this hand, on my right hand, painful, shooting pain through it. Like, it's like the joint locks up. And then also in my wrist, this wrist especially, if I turn it a certain way, absolutely painful. And that's the biggest symptom I've had now in the last like few weeks, is just having to do that. Also, my toes tend to cramp up. Like, I haven't had any other cramps, but like my toes as well. And it's just a fluid retention that builds up in there. And if too much fluid builds up your wrist, for example, then you'll get numbness and pins and needles, which I've been getting. So I've had to sleep, especially on this hand, I sleep with a wrist guard on just to kind of stop the fluid from building up too much in there. So it's like wearing a compression sock on your arm. Yesterday, for example, I had to slice some cheese, and just having to hold a knife felt almost impossible. Me trying to open the door, I have to keep my hand like that. I can't bend my hand over the handle. I have to like kind of use this part of my hand to push down on a handle because I cannot bend my fingers. Also, being out of breath. Like, you'll see in my videos that I jump cut quite a bit, but it's because I'm like after every single sentence, because just talking, it leads to you being out of breath, which is it's a feat in itself. And then the very last thing, which is really TMI that I've noticed, or that I have a symptom, is, again, if there's any men who don't like talk about bodily fluids, just to click out now, discharge. A lot of discharge, and it's gotten more the further I've gotten along in the pregnancy. The consistency changes, but it's just so much. It's like my crotch is constantly constantly just wet. There's just so much liquid there. And I experienced, because I was wearing like a drop crotch pants, and I started to chafe between my legs, but it's because my undies were a little bit damp, and then my legs were obviously rubbing it, and with the friction of the thing of being wet and stuff, it was just not a fun time. So I've started wearing panty liners every day now because it's just too much to handle. And only 30 weeks, and now I'm starting to wear panty liners over the last week, but it's too much. And obviously you need to be careful and see what kind of liquid is leaking out, because you can also leak fluid. So it's better, I guess, to wear panty liners so you can know exactly what kind of substance it is. But it's ridiculous. My panties are constantly wet. Like it's a horrible feeling. So the panty liners every day has been a game changer, because it's just not damp there anymore. And that is the very last symptom I wanted to talk about. I am having so much fun making these videos, but let me know if there's anything else you want to see. I did also get a question from a subscriber, which I will quickly answer, and that was about my stretch marks and my belly button. So I've shown you in pictures before, my belly button is hanging on by a thread and is about to pop. I don't want to mess with it. I don't touch it. I don't whatever. My belly button's also black inside for some reason. Not black, but like really, really dark brown. And I thought maybe it was dirty. Try to scrub it and whatever. And that's just painful. But it's just my melanin, I guess, like, which is also why my line down my stomach is so dark, because I have more melanin. My belly button doesn't bother me. I know it's going to pop. Well, I think it's going to pop anyway. It's halfway pop at this point. But my belly button doesn't really bother me as much as I thought it would. Like, it looks gross, but like it's just a part of the journey, and I'm sure it will go back to normal once she's out. Also, when I do moisturize my belly every day, I do kind of just rub a little bit of whatever it is in my belly button, because I'm convinced that it will lighten it at some point. Then in the same question, she also asked about stretch marks and what I use on my belly. So for me, I haven't gotten any stretch marks, but my mom in her pregnancies, she's had 3, didn't get any stretch marks either. So it is hereditary. It is largely hereditary. It depends on the elasticity of your skin and all of that. But the number one thing is hydration. So inside and out, you have to stay hydrated. You have to drink water. Even if you get hydration salts, like the flavored ones, like Rehydrate and what is the other one called? Liquid IV, but just check if they're pregnancy safe, because you do get ones for pregnancy. Do that. Have that, because water intake is the best thing you can do for elasticity and your skin, which is why I'm approaching 40 and I barely have any wrinkles, because I love to stay hydrated. For the last, I want to say 4 months, I've been using this product here. It is a South African product. It's called Oorleaf, which is an Afrikaans word for oh love, but it also is a play on words, because this is natural olive pregnancy balm. So it is made with olive oil. It basically is the texture of Vaseline, and I use this on my belly every single day, twice a day. This thing lasted me about 4 months, which was great, but it's finished now. I'm approaching the end of my pregnancy, so I'm not sure if I will repurchase this, because I just finished this, like, I want to say 3 days ago. Until I get to the shops, I'm using something else for now, but this worked wonders for me. It leaves like an oily-ish residue, but when you wake up in the morning, you can still feel that it's on your belly. It's like proper moisturizing, and it just locks in all the moisture. Also, if you do feel itching, don't scratch, just moisturize. But this is what I've been using, and I really liked it. They do also have a nipple cream, which is, I don't know if that's focusing, which is the exact same texture, and it's also made out of the olive oil. I think I can show you this. It doesn't smell very good. I don't know if it's focusing, but if you can see inside there, it is the texture of Vaseline or Aquaphor, whatever you want to call it. I think that texture is just exactly what I needed and what locked in the moisture for me. At the moment now, because I've run out of that, I've just been using this from the Body Shop, and this is a body yogurt, and it's just almond milk, and it's for dry and sensitive skin, and it says 48-hour fast absorbing moisture. This is very lightweight though, so I add this on my belly first, and then I follow it up with a body oil. So this is just a nourishing tissue oil, so similar to bio oil. So I put that on first, and then I lock all the moisture in with an oil, and that's what I've been using for the last 3 days. Again, I don't have any stretch marks, so I don't know if I will get it at a later point. My doctor did tell me as well that you need to do the same routine you do on your belly, you do on your boobs as well, because your boobs obviously grow and they can get stretch marks too. So whatever routine you're doing on your belly, follow follow that up on your boobs as well. This is the nipple cream I've been liking. I don't like the olive oil one that much. I don't know. I think it's the smell, and this smells like nothing. This is just a generic brand from our drugstore, and it's just a nipple cream, and I put this on every single day as well because your nipples can crack and they get really sensitive, so I use a nipple cream every single day. Then this is really random, and I don't know this brand at all. I just got this from one of my mom's friends, and this is a magnesium oil, and this is what I use on my feet and my legs because sometimes the pressure from the water retention is so much, like it feels like my feet are going to burst, and this is meant to relax it. It just says no more leg cramps. Try and find a magnesium oil if you can because it's really, really good. And it says we all lack magnesium. This oil is quickly absorbed. Spray onto legs and feet at night. Let it soak into your skin and relax. And it's just water and magnesium chloride. So very clean. That is everything I use. I hope that answered your question. If you do get stretch marks, I mean, there's nothing you can really do about it especially if it's hereditary, but hydration inside and outside is the most important thing I think you can do for your belly. Also, like I said, don't scratch. If it starts to itch, just grab some moisturizer and rub that out. But for me, I haven't gotten any. I still don't think my belly is as big as I've seen other women at my gestation. I was about to go off on a tangent and I was actually trying to sign off this video. So Georgia, I hope that answered your question. But with that being said, I'm going to sign out now because I have a lot of editing to do now. This is going to be another long video, but you'll only see this at the end of the video. If you did make it to this point, please comment a little flower emoji, and I'll see you all in next week's video. Bye guys.